Think I'm gonna fall for that? You want me to take off my champion boots?
What do you think I'm gonna do? Steal them from your inventory? That's not even possible. I'm just trying to help you hide.
Okay, that's a valid point. I'll give it to you. Man, I hate it when the villains make sense. I took off my champion boots and I put on my new pair of chain boots. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but if it helps me avoid at least one more parkour battle against one of these fighters, then I'm all for it. I followed Siwat until we arrived at what he wanted to show, and we were standing in front of the parkour temple. But this one was different. The entire thing was in ruins. Siwat said this entire level used to exist in parkour civilization, but somehow it was erased and removed from history like it never even happened. The worst part is that everyone that was on this level of civilization when it was erased got trapped here with no way back. The question now is, how was an entire level of parkour civilization erased, and why? I didn't want to believe it, but the evidence was right in front of me. Inside this parkour temple, there was a statue that indicates that there was a 5th level of civilization. Okay, this is a lot to wrap my head around. So back then, there was a rank between being a pro and being a master. And as far as I can tell, these people know how to fight. Maybe a little too well, to be honest. Siwat started to make the climb to get up to the top of the parkour temple. Back when this level was in parkour civilization, this is the course you would have to do to actually become a parkour master. The course to make it to the top was starting to fade away, but if you're good enough at parkour, you can still make it. Of course, it was no problem for me being the champion. Okay, that was actually kind of close. All right, let's see what it looks like in here. Whoa, this was not what I was expecting it to look like. Inside the temple was the place where you would rank up if you were on this level of civilization. Siwat started telling me that there's something in this temple that the people living on this civilization want. The problem is that they haven't been able to get it because the door is locked. He said that this course is different from all of the others. He said it wasn't just about making the parkour jumps to get up to the top, but it was about winning the parkour battles. Apparently, the only way to rank up and get that door open is to win 4 parkour battles in a row. But these parkour battles weren't just fought against anybody. They were fought against parkour legends. Each of these 4 battles was fought against a parkour legend who has spent their entire life mastering a specific type of parkour. But Siwat said these legends don't just show up. He said that there are 4 discs, and each disc summons a parkour legend. Only by getting all 4, you can make it to the top and open the door. Okay, let me get this straight. So there are 4 discs. Each disc summons a parkour legend. You have to beat all 4 in a row in order to get the door open, and the people on this civilization want something behind the door. So I guess this is the part where you tell me I need to stop them from getting the door open?
Actually, the opposite. I think they want something that will let them escape. So we need to get the discs first and get out of here before they do.
Okay, so we just gotta find the discs before these people do, and we can get out of here before they destroy the world. I might be the best player in the world at parkour, but that doesn't mean I'm not worried about the journey ahead. I mean, the people in this civilization have been stuck here for years. They've had all of this time to find the discs, but they haven't gotten a single one of them yet. That means I can only assume that getting a disc is impossible for most people. Maybe it's even impossible for me. Bro, how has Siwat not even made it down yet?
Look, buddy, I know you're the mighty champion and whatnot, but you should probably play it a bit safer. If you die here, I don't know what happens. And if you fall into the void, I don't know if you're coming back.
If you don't remember, I don't like you, so can you just focus on yourself and let's get this over with?
Okay, fine. Don't listen to me.
I need to know something. I came here with my friend, and when I got here, he was gone. Just, can you tell me if you saw him or something?
Nope. If you haven't seen him by now, there's a good chance he's gone. But maybe I'm wrong. Here, you're gonna need this. This compass will guide you to the place where you can find the first disc. Good luck, man.
It was time to go searching for the disc that would summon the first legend of parkour. If my friend is alive out there somewhere, I'll find him. But right now, I have to do this journey alone. Wait, why am I doing this alone? Wait, you were just gonna sit here and watch me risk my life? Why aren't you coming?
You're the champion. I can't parkour like you. Or if you want to give me blocks so I can fight, but I feel like that's not an option.
You're right, I would never give you blocks in a million years. Alright, well, I guess that is a valid reason to go by myself. Looks like it's up to me to save the world again, but that's kind of my thing. Just one jump at a time. Oh no, I hope this isn't a parkour checkpoint.
Stop right there.
Yep, of course it is. I'm in trouble.
We already have a parkour search team looking for the disc as we speak. We weren't expecting more company.
This is really bad. If I don't find a way to use point, it might be the end of parkour civilization. Alright, I got two options. I can talk or I can fight. Let's try the talking thing first. I was transferred here from another parkour search team. Yeah, apparently the job was taking too long.
Yeah, that figures. Just build the password and I'll let you through.
Oh, great. The password is parkour. That means there are literally an infinite number of possibilities that the password could be, and there's no way I'm guessing this. So, no more of the talking thing. It's time to parkour battle. I set up a 3-jump parkour combo for my attack. This was it. There was no going back now. Once I start this battle, the guy will know I'm the parkour champion, and everyone will be after me. But I have no choice. I attacked with a 3-block vertical to a 4-block to a 4-block diagonal jump. Let's go. I challenge you to a—
Alright, password accepted. You're good. Good luck finding any information about the disc. We need it.
Password accepted? Wait, this was the password?
We can never be too careful. I heard the parkour champion's out there somewhere. I can't believe he actually thought it would be a good idea to come here.
Yeah, why would he do that? Don't worry, we'll find this parkour champion. I heard he's not even that good at parkour. Oh, okay, good to see my disguise is still working. Once I made it past the parkour checkpoint, everything changed. All of the grass block jumps had turned into ice and snow. Any normal person would turn around, but I have to keep going. After realizing that I was stranded in the 5th layer of parkour civilization, I learned that the only way out of here is to find 4 discs that summon 4 parkour legends. But if these discs fall into the wrong hands, parkour civilization might be destroyed. So the only option I had was to team up with my enemy, because whether I like it or not, that might be my only chance to make it out alive. As much as I don't trust Siwat, the compass definitely led me to the right place. I was supposed to be finding the disc that would summon the ice legend of parkour, and if I didn't know any better, I would say I'm in the right area. Now, I just need to find this disc before anyone gets it. The problem is that I don't even know where to start. I tried looking for clues inside one of these houses, but all of the doors were locked. The fighters on this level have supposedly been looking for this disc for a long time, which can only mean 2 things. They can't find it, or they can't get to it. In the distance, I saw a structure that looked like it was a parkour course. When I got closer, I saw that the course was made completely out of ice blocks. And at the very top, there was a dispenser. An entire course made out of ice sounds like where the ice legend disc would be. This has to be it, right? Maybe the problem wasn't finding the disc, but getting to it. Maybe the jumps were too hard for people, or people are just too afraid to try. Whatever the reason is, I gotta make this course before someone else does and get the disc. The people here might be too afraid to try these jumps, but I'm not. Because if the fate of the world depends on it, then I won't hesitate to risk my life. I didn't have too much experience with ice parkour, but I was still staying on the blocks, which is all that mattered. Only 2 jumps left. Come on, I can do this. I went for the last 2 jumps, and I made it to the top. Let's go, I did it. So does that make me an ice parkour legend now? I mean, I don't see anyone else doing the course. Alright, let's just hope that no one got to the disc before I did. If it's still here, then I only have 3 more to go. Let's do this. I hit the button and an item came out. Let's go, it was still here. I got the disc to summon the— wait, what? A house key? Bro, are you serious? I did all of that just to buy a house? Okay, well, now I'm back to square one. I have no clue where to find the disc, and I bought a house that I don't need. Now that I think about it, I might be the first one in history to have bought a house on every layer of parkour civilization. Was it worth risking the entire fate of the world and my life? Probably not, but is it cool? Yes. Okay, now I have a real reason to make it out of here. I need someone to know this story. Alright, I gotta get back on track. I need to find this disc. Whoever lived in these houses before were doing some pretty serious parkour. One of the jumps to get to the bed was a 5-block ice jump. Is that even possible? I opened the chest expecting to find nothing, but to my surprise, there was a book. When I opened it up, I realized it was written in parkour. Luckily for me, I've been learning how to read the parkour language, so I could translate a little bit of it. The book said that people would live in these houses to train for the Ice Legends course. The book said that people would often spend years here just training so they could be good enough to complete the impossible ice course. Well, that's reassuring. I definitely do not have years to train on these jumps, but the book did mention an Ice Legends course, and if the disc was gonna be anywhere, it was probably gonna be there. The only problem now is finding this course. I mean, it's probably not gonna be a big building standing in the middle of the open. Oh, okay, well, I think I found it. I don't know what the Ice Legends parkour course was, but if I had to guess, this had to be it. Even from afar, this looked like the hardest parkour course I've ever seen. And I have to be the one to do it because the world will end if I don't. Bro, I don't even get paid for being the parkour champion. This is so not worth it. If this entire course is to just buy another house, I think I might just get it over with and jump off. But I quickly realized that I was at the right place because at that moment, I saw someone completing the course. Someone was after the disc, and right now, they were on track to get it before me. That means not only do I have to survive every jump, but I have to do it fast if I want to catch up. The problem is that this course wasn't the course to go fast on. These were ice jumps, and that means even the slightest miscalculation could send you sliding right off the edge. And that's not something I'm interested in doing. I was only at the beginning, and yet each jump seemed like it was getting harder and harder. This next jump was a head hitter, meaning if I mistimed my jump, no! Well, let's just make sure I don't do that, please. Oh, okay. These jumps that I was making were harder than anything that even exists in parkour civilization. If I somehow make it back alive, I am definitely making the practice courses harder at home. As much as I wish I had more practice on ice jumps, I always say that the best time to try new parkour is when you're in a life or death situation. Now that I think about it, that saying doesn't really make any sense, but who am I kidding? I'm just stalling because I have to do a 5-block vertical jump, and there's definitely a 50-50 chance I don't make it, but the fear of death never stopped me from trying. I cleared the 5-block vertical jump, and I was still on the course. When I looked ahead, I saw that I had almost caught up to the parkour fighter that was doing the course with me. At the rate I'm going, I'll pass him and make it to the disc first. But I also have to hope that he doesn't recognize that I'm not one of them.
Wait, what? Who are you? Why are you here? I'm supposed to be the only one gathering information about the Ice Legend disc.
Oh, yeah, boss sent me here. He said you were taking too long, and he wanted things to speed up, so he sent me. Bro, why did I say boss?
Oh, if boss sent you, very well. I haven't been able to get past the 5-block jump, but if you think you can do it, go right ahead.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know boss's orders, right? Bro, how did that even work? Okay, let's just get out of here. Somehow, I escaped the interaction without a parkour battle, which is great, because if I had to fight here, that would be really bad. But now I know that they have a boss, or a leader. Someone is leading these fighters to go find all of the discs. And I can only assume that whoever this leader is wants revenge on parkour civilization. Well, not even assume. One guy literally said word for word he wants revenge on parkour civilization, so I guess that's a pretty clear indicator. Alright, I really need to stop monologuing right before I'm about to go for a death-defying jump. Please make it, please make it! Oh, that should not have been possible. With every jump, I felt like I was barely staying on the edge. But I wouldn't expect anything less from a course that was made by a parkour legend. Every jump was designed to be nearly impossible, including this 5-block jump, which I'm about to complete. I can make it! No! Just when I thought my journey was over, there was a block under me to catch my fall. Oh, that could not have been any closer.
How could you have gotten a water bucket?
And I just blew my cover. I forgot these guys don't have water buckets. I had no choice but to engage in a parkour battle. I needed the chance to attack first, and my attack was going to be something that would end the battle immediately. There you have it, a 2-block backwards jump, buddy. And just so you know, I've never lost a parkour battle. Obviously, that's not true, but the intimidation worked.
The void is more honorable than losing a battle to the champion.
And just like that, the parkour battle was over. Bro, what do these people have against me? How is dying in the void more honorable than battling? Despite dealing with a little emotional pain, I got rid of the parkour fighter unharmed. Now, there was no one standing in my way to get the disc. All I had to do was make it past this 5-block jump. The fighters that have been trapped here for years haven't been able to make it, but if there was someone to do it, it was gonna be me. If I was the first one to make the 5-block jump, that means there's a good chance that the disc is still here. And I only have a few more jumps before I can get to the top and retrieve it. I've come too far in this journey to fall now. Getting this disc means saving the world, and maybe even saving my friend. So I have no choice but to succeed. I made the last ladder jump, and there I was, standing down at the hardest parkour course I've ever completed. Now, it's time to find out if this journey was truly worth the risk. Just one more easy jump, nothing crazy. Oh, okay, no surprise there, I never fall on the easy jumps. It's time to find out if the disc is still here, or if it even exists at all. I walked up and stood on the pedestal, and an item appeared in my hand. This time, it wasn't a house key, it was the disc to summon the Ice Legend of Parkour. Seawat was telling the truth. He could have led me into a trap, but he didn't. The discs are real, and now I have one of the 4. All I have to do is get the other 3, and that's my ticket home. Hopefully my friend's still out there so I can bring him home too. And maybe Seawat, I don't really want to bring him home.
Hey, hold up, where are you going? Why are you not gathering information about the disc? You said you were transferred here to help.
Yeah, I was, but it looked like the other guy had it all under control. I mean, he was really good at parkour. He said he didn't need me anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right. We've been best friends since we were kids. I don't know what I'd do without him. All right, you're good to go.
Thanks, man. Wish you and your friend the best. Oh, that's so awkward. I think I might have just created a new supervillain. All right, I'm sure there's a part of you that wanted me to fail, but I made it back and I got the disc.
No way you actually got the disc.
Yep, 1 down and 3 more to go.
We can actually do this. Or you can do this. You got it, man.
The journey was far from over. Seawat gave me the compass that would lead me to the second parkour legend. Now that I have the disc for the ice legend, I was now searching for the legend of glass parkour. Oh, as if the journey wasn't as difficult as it was already, this legend just had to be glass. I have a feeling that there's a very slim chance I make it back alive.
Just 3 more to go. Just 3 more.
Getting past a parkour checkpoint is no easy task. I can't use parkour as a bribe here, and I'm definitely not guessing the parkour password this time. That means the only way through is to fight. Saving the world is exhausting. Alright, let's get this over with. No point in introducing myself since this should be over soon. You know, I probably shouldn't be this confident since these people seem to know way more about parkour battles than I do, but I'm still the parkour champion, so being confident is a part of the job. I started the battle with a 3-block vertical sideways ladder jump, but the parkour fighter didn't even look surprised, even though I just challenged him to a parkour battle.
Alright, champion. Let's see if you're as good as they say.
I watched as the fighter attempted the jump, but failed. Oh, this is gonna be quicker than I thought. Okay, that attack should have done at least 5 hearts, so 1 more attack and I can get back to saving the world. Might as well just put this guy out of his misery and hit him with the signature FBO 360. Under pressure, I made a 3-block flower pot 360. Against most people, that would have ended the battle, but I soon realized that this wasn't a normal parkour battle. Oh, great. I should have just tried guessing the password.
This attack will give you poison.
His attack only works if his jump is harder than mine, but I don't think a 3-block brewing stand jump is harder than my 360. I think I'm about to win this. But when the fighter went for the jump, he added a 180.
I bet you thought this would be easy.
Adding a 180 to his jump must have made his attack harder because he would have taken damage by now. This is not good. If I don't build a harder attack right now, I'm gonna get poisoned, and that could be the end of me. That's why this is a perfect time to set up a jump that I've never attempted before. It's simple. If I make this jump, I win the battle. And the jump I was going for was a 3-block ladder 360. This had to work. I went for the 360, please make it. But I failed. The attack hit me, and now I was being poisoned. I actually thought I was gonna win this battle, but now the odds are stacked against me. By the time the poison wore off, I had half a heart left, and the fighter was already planning out his next attack. From here on out, if I make a single mistake, my journey is over. But that's why I'm the one trying to save the world. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. The fighter was setting up a parkour combo with ice blocks. Okay, this is good. I just mastered ice block jump. Wait, what? Before the fighter even attempted his attack, he just slipped off. Okay, that was not how I thought it was gonna end. Doesn't matter, it looks like it's another win for me. Let's go. Even though I barely survived the parkour battle, I was stepping into more dangerous territory. This was where I was gonna find the disc to summon the glass legend of parkour. There are 4 discs I need to find in order to get back to parkour civilization. I managed to stay alive and get one of the discs so far, but the parkour fighters are still racing to get them before me, and now I know there's a boss leading them all. But if I can get the final 3 discs first, I can save the world. So far, I am very much liking the ice more than the glass, especially since most of the jumps are glass panes. Not that it makes a difference, but before I go any further, let's get my health back. The entire time I've been here, I've been using my champion boots to gain my hunger back. That's one part I didn't get. As the parkour champion, I don't really need food anymore, but everyone else does, so how are they getting food? Alright, I'm just gonna focus on getting the disc and get out of here as fast as I can. This journey was different than the last one. Last time, I made it through the checkpoint without blowing my cover, but this time, well, the guard's in the void. If some of the other fighters realize realize that the guard is gone, they're gonna come after me. So I'm just gonna beat this course, get the disc, and get out of here before any of the fighters can catch me. Easier said than done, obviously, because this wasn't just any ordinary parkour course. This course was designed for someone who is a master at glass parkour. Now, I'm all for having self-confidence and whatnot, but the reality is that I have never done jumps like these. This course was about to be all unexplored territory for me, and I only have one chance to make all of these jumps. But the clock is ticking, and I need to get these discs before any of the fighters do. You know, I would have been a lot more comfortable if the glass parkour course were glass blocks and not panes, but when do I ever get my way with anything? I will say that one thing keeping me going is that if I do make it back alive, I mean, I would have to be the greatest of all time at parkour, right? While that thought sounds amazing, I just remembered that I've only gotten one disc so far. So if I manage to survive this course, which by looking at it doesn't seem likely to be honest, I still have 2 more massive parkour courses to go through before I can make it back. Alright, let's break this down real quick. So, if I miss a single jump, I die. If I have another battle with a parkour fighter, which is probably gonna happen, I die. And if Siwat has been plotting against me the entire time, well, I probably die. Well, alright, I think my chances are looking great. I take that back. Bro, what even are those parkour jumps? Alright, let's just get this over with. Glass jumps are all about precision. Each glass jump is only 1/8 of the size of a regular block, meaning each jump has to be the perfect distance. That also means I get no momentum for this 3-block vertical jump. Please, parkour god. Oh, okay. And the next jump is just as hard. The 4-block jump onto a single pane was terrifying, but I went for it and I barely stayed on the edge. Bro, to think I could have been at home just chilling, getting a parkour delivery to my house. Wait, do I even have a house anymore? Let's see. If this jump is possible, I only have to do a 2-block jump. This has to be a shortcut, right? No way I'm not taking this. Let's go. I get to skip some. No! No, that's a trick for sure. That jump's not possible. Alright, no shortcuts for me today. Take the hard way. I slowly made my way through the course, making sure to take my time with every single jump. As of now, I didn't see any other parkour fighters doing the course, so I didn't need to worry about completing this course fast. I just needed to stay alive. But what if there's no fighters here because someone already completed the course and got the disc? Alright, let's just hope that's not the case. Oh my. Bro, are you serious? Not one of these staircases? Thankfully, I made it to the top of the horribly designed staircase. But then, I saw something on the ground. It looked like a piece of paper. I picked it up, and it said something on it. It said, "Don't finish the course?" I had no clue what to make of this. I was so close to the end. I was almost at the second disc. So either someone is warning me about something, or this was an attempt to try to make me not get the disc. Well, this just got a lot more complicated. I decided that the second option was more likely. The fighters know that I'm looking for the discs, so maybe they had someone put this note here to try to get me to stop looking for them. But if that isn't their plan and someone is warning me, then I could be jumping into an ambush. At this point though, I don't even think it matters. As of now, the only way I know of getting back to parkour civilization is getting all 4 discs. So even if getting this disc is going to lead me into a trap, I have to still try to get it. Only a few more jumps and I would be at the end. Do I go for a shortcut now? Why not? Let's do it. I swear, all of this better be some crazy test to become the parkour god or something, because there's no way I'm doing this for free. Alright, one more jump and the disc is mine. Let's do this. I went for the last final jump and I made it. I had completed the Glass Legends parkour course. Let's go. Let's get this disc. Or let's fall into a trap. I hope it's the disc. When I stepped onto the pedestal, the dispenser gave me the exact item I wanted to see. The disc to summon the Glass Legend of Parkour was now in my possession. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. And now I just gotta worry about getting off of this course. Oh, this is the worst. I was making my way back to meet Siwat to get the compass for the 3rd disc, but that's when I saw something. It was a massive building that I've never seen before. Obviously, I want to get the discs and get out of here as fast as I can, but my friend is still missing. Maybe there's a chance he's alive and he made it into this building and he's hiding here. Even if he's not here, I can afford a little detour to find out. The building I walked into looked like it was some old library, although most of the bookshelves looked like they were empty. Geez, this staircase is even worse than the glass one. I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't know what I was looking for, but at the very least, I was hoping I could find a book that would at least give me a little information. I looked around until I finally saw a bookshelf with a book left in it. Okay, let me try not to fall off the edge while grabbing this. The book was written in parkour, but I could still understand a little bit of it. It looked like it was talking about the champion boots, something about hunger and powers. Well, that's not really new information for me. I've been using these boots to feed myself the entire time. Okay, let's see what else I can find in this library. I looked around and still there was no sight of my friend. I knew the chances chances were slim, but some part of me still believed that he would be here. But that's when I went up to the next floor and I saw someone. Oh no, I do not want to battle. Please just don't turn around. And she turned around.
It's you! You're back! Oh, I always knew you would change your mind.
Right. I'm back.
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
Okay, this woman does not know who I am, but I have no clue what she's talking about. I just gotta go with it, I guess?
I assume you're here to get your friend, correct?
My friend? You know where my friend is?
Oh, yes. I got the book around here somewhere. Forgive me. It's been a while since I've had to do parkour. I should be able to reach it.
Oh, not to worry. I'll get it. It's easy parkour. It's just that book right there, right? Yeah, don't worry. I'll do. No! Oh, no, that's not good. Well, at least she went out quickly. All right, let's go get this book. I grabbed the book off the shelf and I started reading. The book said something about a prison where it's impossible to parkour. If the fighters captured my friend, that's probably where they took him. This is good news. This is great news, actually. This is the only evidence I have that my friend might be alive. And maybe Siwat knows where this prison is. I made my way back to Siwat to get the third compass from him. All right, I'm back, whether you like it or not. Hello, Siwat. What are you doing in the corner? Are you napping?
Bro, I'm tired. You take so long to get these things.
I take so long to get these things? Bro, I hate you so much. I got the second disc, but it's getting a little trickier to get past the checkpoints, but still got it. I'm ready to go get the third one. Siwat threw me the third compass that would lead me to the Legend of Crystal parkour. There's one more thing. I think my friend might still be alive in some prison. You know anything about it?
If that's true, then there's a chance we can save him. But we gotta get the third and fourth disc first.
Okay, you're right. We'll get the discs before the fighters do, we'll save my friend, and we'll get out of here. As the journey goes on, the jumps get harder and the stakes get higher. I've saved the world by myself before, but this time, I don't know if I can do it alone. But if I can find my friend before it's too late, then I think we have a chance. If I make this parkour course, I'm one step closer to saving the world. Even though this is parkour I've never done before, the good news is I can take my time because there's no one else doing the— Oh no, I take that back. There is someone doing the course. This is not good. If that person makes the parkour course before I do, they'll have their hands on one of the 4 discs I need to save the world, which means I cannot take this parkour course slowly. Every single one of these parkour jumps were made up of crystals, and in all my time in parkour civilization, I've never seen jumps like these. But I had to go fast. I had to make the— No! I was the guy who saved parkour civilization, and I actually believed I could be the one to do it again. I had made 2 of the hardest courses I've ever done to get 2 of the discs, and I was on my way to get the 3rd one. But maybe it wasn't my destiny to make it out of this place alive. When I went searching for the crystal legend of parkour, I knew the journey was gonna be rough. The last time I made it through a parkour checkpoint, it resulted in a battle that almost cost me my life. So I kind of figured that this checkpoint would go the same way. I jumped onto the platform ready to parkour battle, but the strange thing is that there was no one here. There was no one guarding the checkpoint, which means I was either lucky or I was leading myself into a trap. Given everything that has happened, it's probably a trap. But the good news is that it was now just me and the hundreds of crystal parkour jumps. Even though I avoided a parkour battle, I was clearly not out of danger. I needed to make my way over to the Parkour Legends course, but that meant I had to figure out what exactly these parkour jumps were. Crystal jumps didn't exist in parkour civilization. I was going into this with 0 experience. I tried my best to stay on the crystals that were entire blocks, but at some point, I had no choice but to jump onto the smaller crystals. These crystals were barely big enough to stand on, and if I made the slightest mistake, that could very well mean my journey comes to an end. What was that? Hello? Is anyone there? Oh, great. I think being stuck in this parkour world for so long is making me hallucinate. Well, this is nice. I have to worry about not dying from parkour, and I have to worry about not going crazy. I kept making jumps until I arrived at the place I needed to be. The Crystal Legends parkour course is where I could find the 3rd disc. If I make it, I'll only need 1 more disc to go home. But I had to go fast. I had to make the— No! And with 1 jump, my entire journey was over. I watched as the world of parkour got further and further away. There was nothing to save me now. The damage from the void already started, and within seconds, I would be gone forever. I couldn't do it. I thought I could be the one to save parkour civilization again, but I failed. In my last moments of life, everything seemed